we go, AKAPADers. Yeah, had a different video playing today. It's a busy day, but welcome to the channel. AKAPAD here, Peter A. DeLuca, AKAPAD 69, and always through Philly and the multiverse, known as the Eclectic One. Welcome back. Guys, I love you guys so much. I love all of you K-Fake supporters, because I honest to God feel like that the people that support Cartoonist Kayfabe, they're a very special individual. Please read between those lines. Guys, busy day. I was going to do a different video. I was going to do the Mike Magnolia 1984 Rocket Raccoon miniseries. I'm sorry, I think that's 85. We were going to do it. We're going to talk about Rocket 4 issues. Maybe that's still going to be coming. Maybe that's going to be like a midnight drop. We'll see, because we do have a lot of things coming. Sixers are playing tonight. Sixers actually, the bar I want to go to, Great Philly Sports local bar. You know, there's something special about watching local Philly playoffs in a local Philly bar, because, like, you know, the stadium's just right down the street. So, yeah, we got that coming. That's what's on my mind. But we have Cartoonist Kayfabe with god-awful advice, god-awful illustration advice, god-awful anatomy advice, god-awful resources that will help you improve advice. And really, I mean, at this point, I'm just thinking so many of you are just brainwashed, because I know these videos come up on your suggestion list. And thank God that they do, because the few of you that are the Kayfabers that find the K-Fakers, which is us, I guess, maybe, I know you guys get upset. And thank you for those comments. Keep them coming. I get it. You know, look, if they're constructive comments, I will comment back. If they're just kind of mean and frivolous and they kind of try and poke fun, but not really, yeah, I'm maybe going to snap back. But guys, we have this art book, and I'm going to show you some of this. They're going through this art book, and I'm not saying that there's not sound advice in this book, but based on the drawing style of Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, they have no business looking at a book like this. They're not anatomy-driven artists. They're not American comic book driven artists. Now, given I know the video says figure drawing, but that's not really their lane, and that's not our lane here. See, there's a difference between figure drawing and comic book illustration. Comic book, or what we might call comic book figure drawing, people, there's no reality attached to it. And we're living in an age where everything went digital, everything basically went, we're tracing photographs, we're tracing characters out of Poser, and we're letting the 3D modern era infiltrate American comic book illustration. That age is almost like the proportions are one-to-one. The proportions are almost too clear, too tight, not nuanced enough, not interesting enough, and not comic book enough. This video is clear that we have two wannabe illustrators that don't understand the skin you have to put in the game to grow as an illustrator. You need to find the proper source. Let me show it to you. And here it is, BURNE Hogarth. I'm missing one. I'm missing the heads one. This is his library. Hogarth. I want to say Hogarth, but it's BURNE Hogarth, Tarzan illustrator. He took, I mean, this guy took everything, every single technique, every single idea, every single type of quick measurement for shadows, heads, hands, anatomy, dynamic anatomy, wrinkles, and he lays it out. He lays it out perfectly, and he lays it out in a way for you to do one thing. Copy enough. You copy, you memorize, and what really happens is that it's almost like the synapses in your brain, and what happens with your hand, that gap closes with the more practice you have. There is nothing else to do. There's no joke, okay? That's the secret formula. I'll show you some of these books real. And we're here. Look, people, the big idea to take away from this video is that there is no mystery to drawing. Part of drawing, part of learning how to illustrate is you have to memorize. This is the book that changed everything for me. And we go through these on a lot of my streams. BURNE Hogarth breaks down the measurements and the ideas and the way we overlap forms, the flow of it, what to identify, what to know is correct, what to know what is incorrect. His suggestions for dynamic anatomy alone, and that's what we're looking at here, will be with you for life. Anyone that gives you advice outside of this as the foundation, it's fake. It's not real. See, like even here, see, even Ed Piskor, he'll talk about how hard this knee position is, and really kind of like how on the cylinder sense, you capture the outer swoop of the thigh into, we'll say almost like the bolts of the knee. People, Hogarth already thought about that. He gives you what those solutions are, and that's because he used to draw comics. This here too, his hands, just again like quick measurements. You'll see Jim Lee do similar measurements when he's live streaming. So we have dynamic anatomy here. I apologize for not having the covers. Dynamic, I'm sorry, this is dynamic figure drawing. Dynamic anatomy is right here, and this basically condenses his other books into one consumable volume. So the one book of his that I don't have is drawing dynamic heads. I have to get that. His hands, one look, see the way how he figures out the fingernails. These books are so cheap right now on Amazon Prime. You have to look. These look like AI drawings, don't they? You have to get these books, and what you do is you go through these books piece by piece, and it doesn't mean you start in the beginning. Try and pick out a sore spot, something you have weakness in, and draw until you have it memorized. His dynamic light and shade is phenomenal. I was just saying on stream not too long ago that I have to have more of this memorized. I have to have more of this basically in like at the tip of my brain, so I can just execute when I sit down to draw. He's got solutions there for environments, for wrinkles, for objects, for muscles, for faces. Because when it comes to drawing comics and comic book illustration, you need quick solutions. And you will see this. You'll see a lot of artists, they graduate towards this type of lighting because getting a good silhouette and heavy shadowing your figure while rendering your figure, meaning we can make out the shapes, that's the goal. Because it makes you quicker. You can meet deadlines when you draw like that. And then right here we have dynamic wrinkles, which I would have to say next to dynamic figure drawing. This is my favorite because we see the points of contact to draw quick wrinkles, quick flowy wrinkles. Now he goes through piping, he goes through other textures, he goes through other materials. He goes through folds, he goes through ribbons and capes and flying wrinkles. It's endless, people. This is a lifetime worth of knowledge and memorization. This is what you need to know. And here we go, people. Look, it's important to build a library when learning to illustrate, when learning to draw. But do just follow my advice. We live in an age where you can stream endlessly. You can stream non-stop. I wholeheartedly believe while you're streaming, the pressure of not messing up, the pressure of also communicating with people and following chats and following comments, that pressure sharpens the blade enough for you to burn more into your short-term memory than you would otherwise other than when you're drawing on your own. When you're drawing on your own, it's a little bit too leisurely, it's a little bit too lazy, and it's not kind of in the professional environment. When you're streaming, you're in the professional environment and you burn more into your brain quicker, and that time gap shortens. It's not going to shorten by like this. It's good, but you're going to shorten that time gap. You're going to memorize more, and that brain hand connection is going to close. That's the secret. And burn Hogarth. I keep wanting to say bone Homer or something.